Hello again, everyone. It is Gordon Majak here. Another beautiful Friday afternoon and time for another video. I have to tell you a funny story about something that happened here just a few minutes ago. So I came down here to the beach because I wanted to do a quick video for you guys on meditation. I had something on my mind for a day or two here about meditation that I wanted to share with you guys. So I came down here to the beach and I thought, well, I'll pick a quiet spot down here. I'll do my own meditation, and then once I get in that nice, peaceful, blissful state that I usually wind up in as a result of meditation, I will, when I come out of it, I will do the video because I'll be in the right frame of mind, right? And the particular subject of meditation that I wanted to share with you today was I wanted to share and here we go again. It's just priceless. It's the second time this has happened. Okay, so let me just keep going, and you're going to hear some noise in the background, but just bear with me. So I come down here, I do my meditation, or I should say I came down here, I found what I thought was a nice quiet spot to do my meditation. I set my timer to meditate for 30 minutes, and I had just pressed the button and closed my eyes to start my meditation. Not 10 seconds goes by, and now here's the funny part. Here's the best part. The particular thing that I want to share with you is a mantra for meditation that I have found. I believe I invented this particular set of words, put them together many years ago, several years ago. And the particular set of words, the particular mantra is this, and then I'm going to tell you what the comedy is behind this. Okay, here's the mantra. I allow and accept all that is in peace and harmony. Okay, you got that? That's the exact mantra. I allow and accept all that is in peace and harmony. And so that's the mantra. Those are the words. And I'll tell you how I incorporate that into my meditation. So as I came down here, I parked, quiet spot, turn on the timer, close my eyes, not 10 seconds goes by. I'm doing the mantra to myself as part of my meditation to begin my meditation. And I hear this subwoofer on this car stereo just thumping from somewhere in the distance, and it's getting closer and closer and closer. And you know what that sound is, right? And so here I am trying to meditate, and this was a little while ago, half an hour ago or whatever, and all I can hear is just this subwoofer just vibrating as this car comes down the street. And I'm on a quiet, secluded street, right? Nobody ever comes down here. And I'm just laughing now at the absurdity of this. So here I am trying to meditate in this car with this young guy comes by. And the car is just vibrating from this subwoofer. And I started giggling to myself on the inside. I kept my eyes closed and I was still trying to meditate. But just the irony of it, the ridiculousness of it, the absurdity of it, that here I am meditating in preparation for this video in which I'm going to tell you these words, I allow and accept all that is in peace and harmony. And here comes the car with the subwoofer. So after I got done sort of chuckling to myself about that, I just thought, well, here we go, right? This is what the mantra, God has a sense of humor, right? And I thought, well, let's just go with it and see what happens. And so I kept my eyes closed. I stayed calm and peaceful and quiet and still. And I just kept repeating my mantra, as I'll tell you about here in a second. And what do you know? Within about 2 minutes, the young man in the car with the vibrating car with the throbbing subwoofer ended up pulling out and leaving. And I was able to resume my meditation just beautifully. So when I came out of my meditation here just a few minutes ago and got ready to start the video, I just couldn't stop laughing because just the absurdity of that situation. But that's why we need these beautiful mantras. So let me share with you, before I give you the mantra again, let me share with you something that I wrote about this mantra many years ago when I first created it and I first started using it. I'll never be able to memorize this that I had written several years ago. So let me just share this with you because I was originally going to put this into a written form. And so I wrote a little explanation about this mantra. Let me share that with you. And then I will get to the mantra itself. Okay? So this is what I wrote several years ago about this mantra. A Tao-inspired mantra for meditation and transformation. Here is one of my favorite mantras for meditation and contemplation. I created this mantra several years ago now, and I still use it quite often. I've found it highly effective in calming my conscious mind, isn't that the truth? So I can enter my inner meditative space in a peaceful, relaxed, and open state. If you already have a meditation practice or a particular technique that serves your needs, but sometimes have difficulty quieting your body and or your mind, you may want to try incorporating this mantra into your personal meditation practice. There is great meaning and power in these words, so even if you choose not to incorporate them into your meditation, you can silently repeat this mantra to yourself at any time throughout your day as a means of soothing your mind and calming your spirit. Now, I'll continue, but I will say, let me interject there, that I do that on a regular basis. Even when I'm not meditating, I will occasionally repeat this mantra silently to myself, and it does help immensely. I went on to say the meditation practice that I've found works best for me follows these steps. First, get into a comfortable position where you can remain quiet and still for a sufficient period of time, perhaps 20 to 30 minutes. I do 30 minutes, but you don't have to. Then, with your eyes closed, very slowly and silently repeat the mantra to yourself several times, matching the flow of your breathing to the rhythmic phrasing of the mantra until you are in the desired meditative state. Once you've reached the meditative state in which you wish to dwell, you can either continue repeating the mantra at your own pace or transition into your usual meditation practice. Here is the mantra for your consideration, and I'll repeat it again. It goes like this: I allow and accept all that is in peace and harmony. I went on to say this mantra was inspired by my favorite book of all the sacred writings that I've ever read, which was Lao-Tsu's Tao Te Ching. In the spirit of the Tao, this mantra is designed to take us out of ego and judgment and separation and into a place of flow and serenity. Well, I like that. That sounds good. There are 3 essential principles with this mantra, and here's what each of them means to me. The first principle is the affirmation, I allow and accept. The purpose here is to free ourselves from the illusion of the ego's need to try to control all that happens in life, and also to let go of the need to second guess or judge all that happens in life. When we consciously choose to allow life to unfold in its own time and in its own way, according to the natural divine flow that governs all being and all life, we then open ourselves to the fullness of potential. Miracles can and do occur when we're in that space of alignment with the flow of life. But to merely allow is not sufficient unto itself. We must also accept what it is that flows into our lives from the divine. We might be tempted to say, well, I allowed life to unfold, and look what happened. It's all wrong. If we could dispense with the constant judgment of ourselves and of the process of life, and instead freely accept what flows to us, we could deepen our understanding that a higher power is at work in our lives in the world and in the universe. The second principle of this mantra is designed to clarify exactly what it is that we are to allow and accept, and that is all that is. Those three words leave no room for confusion or misinterpretation. All that is literally covers everything we can experience in our lives. If we allow, but then say, I accept this, but not that, we actually sabotage or undermine the entire process of aligning ourselves with spirit and of flowing with that state where miracles manifest themselves. Certain events in our life may appear one way at the moment when they occur, but then take on an entirely different perspective in the days, weeks, months, or even years that follow. Isn't that the truth? We'll talk more about that later on the channel. Of course, this is usually how we learn lessons in life, by re-evaluating the events of our lives from a position of greater awareness later on. But how much easier could we make it on ourselves if we affirmed from the beginning that everything that happens is for our highest good? Wow. I can't believe I wrote that, because that didn't come from me. That definitely came through me. I love that. Finally, the third principle describes our spiritual reward, the state of mind we will inevitably experience as a result of choosing to allow and accept all that is. And the state of mind that is our spiritual reward? Peace and harmony. Isn't that what we're all looking for? Isn't that what we all really want? Isn't that what we all wish for our world? Imagine how much better our individual and collective lives would be if we experienced more peace and more harmony. It begins within. As more of us learn to cultivate those principles and qualities within ourselves, then the outer world will reflect the same back to us as well. If you believe that thoughts are things, that we create our outer experience with our thoughts, and that the outer world is a manifestation of our inner being, then you also know that as we evolve and mature spiritually, the world outside of us changes too. It's an endless circle and a beautiful expression of our true nature and our innate power as spiritual beings. So that's what I wrote so many years ago as sort of an introduction to this mantra for a class that I was thinking about teaching back so many years ago. So once again, here's the mantra, and here's how I use it. As I mentioned in the writing here, you can use it throughout the day as just sort of a mantra to calm yourself. But more importantly, within the meditation, here's how I use it. Now, let me get a quick drink here. So those words are, I allow and accept, that's line 1. Line 2, all that is. And the bottom line, in peace and harmony. I allow and accept all that is in peace and harmony. Now, the way I use that just today, as I was saying earlier in the video, in my meditation, is that when I first close my eyes, I start slowly repeating that mantra to myself, but I match my breathing with the flow of those words. So what that looks like for me is I will silently say to myself in my mind, and it goes, I'll draw you the picture of how the breathing goes. So this is inhaling and exhaling, right? I allow and accept all that is in peace and harmony. Now, obviously I do it to a rhythm, and I do it slower than that, but I'm just trying to give you an idea of how you can match the flow of those words with the flow of your breathing. And you just, what I have found, the reason that this has been such a profound help to me over the years, is because when you do that, when you match the flow of your breathing with the flow of those words in a rhythm, and you get that rhythm going very quietly, very softly, you can get it slower and slower and slower, and you just sink further and further into it so that the words just become part of the rhythm of your breathing. They just become the same thing, and you're breathing slower and slower and slower, and your mind gets more and more quiet, more peaceful and more calm. And the next thing you know, even if you're dealing with people driving by with the bass on their car stereo rattling your windows, it still will take you to that place where you want to go in your meditation. So there's the mantra. I allow and accept all that is in peace and harmony. And sometimes I'll repeat the peace and harmony to give myself an extra, to give myself like 4 bars to the flow, there's a musical flow to it. I allow and accept all that is in peace and harmony. Peace and harmony. And as I've said, I've been using this for many years. I use it both in my meditation and just as something every once in a while throughout the day I repeat to myself, and it works wonders for me. And I hope you guys will try it and see what you think as well. And we will talk more about meditation because there's some more I want to get to. Well, a lot more I want to get to about meditation. And someone said, why meditate? Why is it important to meditate? It's right here. I believed in it so much I put it right on my business card, on the back of my business card. Can you read that? It says, in silence and stillness, the divine spirit within awakens and ascends to reunite with Source. That is what it's all about, and that is why we meditate. And I think if you try this mantra and see what you think of it, whether it's at various times throughout your day or whether it's part of your meditation practice, see what you think and let me know in the comments. Tell me if this is something that you think you might be able to incorporate and if it will help you in your meditation practice, because meditation is so very important in this crazy world, right? We need as much peace and calmness and peace and harmony as we can possibly get. So I wanted to share that with you folks. I will be back hopefully tomorrow with another video. Maybe we'll take another step here and talk some more about meditation. I'm not sure yet. You never know what muse might strike me tomorrow for the video. But I wanted to share that today. Hope you guys have a great Friday night. Enjoy your evening, and hopefully I will see you tomorrow. I love you all so much. Give the mantra a try and see what you think. Wish you all the best and love you to death. You know I do. Be back soon.